Hi, we just finished meeting for pronunciation practice on Monday night, March 22nd. And we had a lot of words. We got through a lot of them, but not all of them. So the ones at the end that we didn't do tonight, I will cut and paste and put on for next Monday night because I won't be meeting tomorrow, Tuesday. So, originally, 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 representative. Representative. You don't hear either of those T's. Wait, did I say zin or zun? Representative. I'm watching my own accent. Accustomed. I don't have to say accustomed, but you hold your tongue in the D position. Accustomed. Custom. And you'll hear this both ways. More commonly is mosaic. But you will also hear with a mosaic. And again, you don't have to release the K, mosaic. Hold it there. Surface, surface. Intimacy, intimacy. Or you can say it without the T, intimacy, intimacy. And 11 and 12, you'll hear both ways, especially now. I notice I hear both ways a lot. So the DI is not stressed, so it can change to duh or di, but some people keep it die. So both are totally fine. Diverse or diverse. And the same for diversity or diversity. February. We make this shorter, a little easier instead of February. That's a lot of R's. We don't say the first R, which is why it's hard to remember to spell it that way. February. And that's the same thing we do with January. We make the U more of a Y. It gets shorter. You can say you, January, February, but it's more common to use a Y whenever possible. February, January, December, December. Mobile, as in T-Mobile, immobile. Autistic, autistic. And this looks like CH, but it's not a ch, it's a k, chasm. If the word comes from Greek, we most likely keep the CH sounding like a K. But if it's from French, the CH will sound like a sh, like chef. And there's no way to tell. So if it's a word you've never seen before and it has a CH, you should look it up and see, or just say it and wait for somebody to correct you. It doesn't matter if this is a noun or a verb, the stress is still on lease. Police and police, no difference. Unlike other noun verb differences, if it's the word is spelled the same, it could sound different, like object and object. But this one stays the same. Police. Cinematography. Cinematography. A lot of there. And both of these, no matter how it's spelled, sound the same. Would. And I spelled it with a U because there's no representation of this kind of U. So you'll have to remember this U is like took and good, could, should, book, look, cook. So your tongue is a little higher in the back and your lips are rounded. Who. But would, your tongue's a little lower in the back and your lips are straight. Well, you have to round for the W, and then come back. Would. And should, same thing. Slightly rounded, should. Tribe. I spelled it like try with a B. That's how it sounds. Tribe. And it's an I vowel, so your tongue has to rise. Tribe. Find your tribe. Customer. Customer. Customary. Customary. Material. Material. Materialistic. If a word ends in IC, The syllable before is almost always stressed. Materialistic. Objectives. You don't release the K. Objectives. Hold it there. Objectives. Objectives. And that's when the subject came up of object. Here, it's not stressed. It's objectives. And here, if it's the noun, it's an object. But if it's the verb, it's object. Object. Assess. Assess. And these both parts of this word have the same vowel. Pipelines. So it's I. Your tongue has to rise. Pipelines. So you might have to slow down so you can take time for your tongue to move to position. Pipelines. Production. Production. Upon. Upon. Upon arriving. And you could say depending upon or depending on. Either way. Rig. You just hold your tongue in the G position, rig, instead of rig. Payee. Payee. Steadily. 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 Enhance. Enhance. Valve. This one has a L, but it doesn't have to be a perfect light clear L made in the front. This can be an L with your tongue tip down. And if this is my tongue, instead of this kind of L, your tongue tip can be down, and then the middle of the tongue comes up higher to create a dark L. I'm making my V, top teeth on bottom lip. Valve. It's easier because your tongue stays down in the front, and that gives you room to make the V. Valve. Atypical. Well, I stressed A. Atypical. Atypical. We don't change this A to an Percent. Percent. Okay, this could be pronounced different ways. I pronounce it marriages. Marriages. It could be, well, I don't pronounce it another way, so if I try, I'll probably say it in a whole different way. Marriages. Marriages. Ask around, ask your friends how they say it because you'll hear differences depending on where they're from in the United States. Sour. This one you have ow, and then you pull your lips back for the R, so it makes a W. Sour. So it doesn't look like there's a W, but you have to make one. Sour. If you don't round your lips, it's possible it could sound like sore with SORE, meaning something is hurt, or SOAR, meaning to fly. They both sound exactly the same, but they don't sound like sour. You can say, most commonly, theater, theater, but you'll also hear theater, theater. Reckon, reckon, which is similar to recognize, recognize. Sorority, sorority. And this one you can say different ways as well. Lawyer, lawyer, or round your lips, lawyer, lawyer, lawyer. But when it's by itself, you can't say loy. You have to say la, la. Eavesdropping. The V takes time, but you do have to do it. Eaves, and go from the V to the Z. Eaves, eavesdropping. I'll put the definition because we talked about that. Listening when people don't know you're listening. That's it. And we stopped with yoke because we had just talked about the L in valve, but we don't even need to try to make an L in 49. Yoke. You can just make an O. That's it. So the ones we didn't get to, 50 to 64, I'll put on the spreadsheet already for next Monday night. And I will post a scanned in copy of the nouns and verbs that are spelled the same, but the stress goes on opposite syllables. Um, and we can practice some of those next Monday. So thank you and have a good evening. And I hope to see you Wednesday night. Bye.